Yo, it's your boy Unique Mind. I just want to say subscribe, comment, share, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell on the side and click all. I am feeling great, y'all. I'm feeling genuine today. I'm feeling great. I have great energy. No complaints. I woke up at 11 p.m., which is 2 hours before 1 a.m. You know what I'm saying? And, all natural energy. As I always mention to y'all, all natural. So, by 11 a.m., it'll be about 12 hours since I've been awake. So that's how that goes. But I got a real good one. A good one. I'm going to get my take, my truth, my experience, how I feel about this situation. You see what I'm saying? Whether y'all agree or not, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Because at the end of the day, I got to talk about this. I must talk about this because this is a subject right here that has gotten out of control for years, for decades. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta bring it out to y'all because this is getting ridiculous. I'm not kidding. This is getting outrageous. And here's the thing. The ones that are going to disagree, they're probably going to act out of their emotions about it. But it's cool because I don't agree with it. Not even 1% I don't agree with this. So, friendships supposed to be only from the same sex gender. Let me repeat that. Friendships supposed to be only from the same sex gender. This is always boggles my mind. Because men and women, boys and girls, y'all always want to argue the fact that men and women can be friends. No, we cannot. And I'm going to tell you why. You should only be friends with the same sex. Men should be friends with their homies. Girls should be friends with their homegirls. The only reason why, and this usually happens, 80 to 90%, girls and women, y'all want to argue. No. We've been friends since middle school. We've been friends since elementary. We've been friends since high school. The only reason why he's your friend, because you're able to get boyfriend benefits without the sex. You get his time, you get his efforts, you get his energy, and sometimes you get his resources, which is his money. You see what I'm saying? And the guys, the men, when y'all allow women to do that, you're wasting your own time. Oh, we don't look at each other like that. This whole notion of I don't look at them. When you put somebody in a friend zone, I don't care if it's a man or a woman, a boy or a girl. Y'all put the opposite sex in a friend zone, that is disrespectful. Disrespectful to do that. Because you want to know why? You're sitting here telling that other's opposite sex, I don't look at you like that. I don't look at you like that. I don't look at you physically or sexually attractive. We are opposite. We supposed to look at each other physically and sexually attractive. I don't care who you are. I'm going to keep it 1 million with y'all. I'm speaking for all the boys, all the guys. I'm speaking for all y'all. This is for us. Women, I'm talking to you. Girls, I'm talking to you. We may not tell you, but in our heads, we're looking at your sister. We're looking at your mom. We're looking at your grandma. We're looking at your friends. If we think they're attractive, we're going to think it in our heads. We may not say anything, but I'm telling you right now, they are looking at your friends. See, when there's a little crack in the door, when y'all say, oh, we're just friends, right? When there's a little crack in the door, he's going to be right there. Why do you think he consoles you? You see what I'm saying? He consoles you. If he sits here and say, oh, he's lying about that, he is that beta male simp that everybody's been talking about. He's just trying to get on your good side. Y'all need to stop doing that, boys. Y'all need to stop doing that, guys. Y'all need to stop doing that, men. Y'all need to stop trying to get on these women good side. Oh, I don't look at them like that. No. If you don't look at them like that, stop wasting their time. Y'all need to stop wasting these girls' time, and girls, y'all need to stop wasting our time. We are men. We're supposed to be leaders. We must lead by example. Y'all supposed to be followers, follow our leads. You want to know why? Y'all able to be friends with the opposite sex? Because y'all still get that masculine energy. Y'all still get that energy from him. He's my best friend. I look at him, I look at her as a best friend. I look at him as a best friend. That is a waste of time. But shouldn't you have a fulfilling relationship with the opposite sex? No. Well, we were best friends first, and then we became lovers, and then we became married. Okay. How long did it take y'all to have sex before y'all became lovers and y'all became married? How long did it take? Did it take days? Did it take weeks? Did it take months? As men and women, I'm going to tell y'all right now, we are wired differently. Men, we look at you sexually attractive first. Physically and sexually attractive. We already know if we want to sleep with you right off the bat. Women, girls, y'all already know if y'all want to sleep with us right off the bat. You see what I'm saying? Y'all already know. You should only talk. I'm not going to say shit. Let me take that back. You supposed to only talk to guys or men who you find physically and sexually appealing. That's it. Stop wasting each other's time. Because I'm going to tell you right now, women, y'all are 90% emotional, 10% logical, which means that y'all filter y'all logic through y'all emotions, which makes y'all illogical. Y'all make illogical decisions. Men were 90% logical, 10% emotional. Now, some guys are more emotional than the average guy. That may be, they may have mommy issues. They may have trauma, some childhood wounds, some adult wounds, some teenage wounds. Same thing with women, because you'll come across some women, they're actually really logical. They're actually really practical. And that's good, because those women will agree with what I'm saying. And this whole feminism, I'm going to keep it 1 million with y'all. That's another reason too. Y'all sit here and say we could be friends with the opposite sex, because feminism of y'all choice, of y'all independent, logical, mindset, lifestyle is why y'all think y'all could be friends with the opposite sex. Here's another thing. Then you'll have women say, well, we've been friends since middle school once again. Elementary, we've been friends for 2 years, 5 years. But what they're not going to tell you guys and men, that they have actually slept with them before. Yeah, I said it. They're not going to tell you that. Oh, I actually slept with him, even if it was one time. Oh, you know what I'm saying? But see, they have slept with those guys, right? Whether it was one time or multiple times. But they're not going to tell you this, guys. Men, they're not going to tell you this. But they don't see them in a relationship. They don't see themselves in a relationship with those guys that they slept with. Those guys, y'all allow them to sleep with you, and I don't look at her either like that. But you allow yourself, see, it's a waste of time being friends with the opposite sex. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. When you're in a relationship with someone and you're friends with the opposite sex, that is actually disrespectful to your significant other. I don't care if you're in a regular relationship. I don't care if you're married. It's disrespectful. Because why? Men and women, we are naturally possessive. Now, some of us may not be jealous, because I'm not the jealous type. But I'm going to tell you something. Naturally, we are possessive, because if we worked hard to get you, we worked hard to earn you, and then you're like, oh, I've been friends with this guy, or I've been friends with this girl, but y'all naturally friendly with each other, you don't automatically, we're both going to think, men and women, we're going to be like, wait a minute, why are they so friendly with each other? Little to behold, they actually had sex low key before they met you. Or it's probably going to happen sometime in the near future. You see what I'm saying? It's disrespectful, because That shouldn't even be the case. And as men, see, this is why being upfront, straightforward, and direct is highly important. It's vital, men. I know we wasn't taught from our fathers to be leaders. Women supposed to naturally follow a man. We supposed to be leaders. But if you don't know that, then it's time for you to learn that. Because when you are upfront, straightforward, and honest with these women, that sets the tone. I learned this from Darius M. Shout out to Darius M., my boy. The way you start with a woman is usually how you finish. So if you're going to start as a friend, trust me, you're going to end as a friend. And it's such a waste of time. If you start with your money, with your resources, that's how you're going to end. Because no matter how you start, you're supposed to continue that throughout the duration of your interaction with this woman or throughout the duration of your relationship or marriage. If you switch up one time, it's going to confuse your significant other. It's going to confuse them. Real talk. So you always, as men, we always supposed to be upfront. Let a woman know this is what I expect from you. We must teach women how to treat us. Teach them how to treat us. So if you start out talking about something, I want to be your friend, we're friends, okay, cool. Guess what? Women control friendships. Men and boys, we control relationships and marriages. Let me repeat that again. Girls and women control friendships, okay? Boys, men, we control relationships, marriages, and a lifestyle. Yes, a lifestyle for a woman. So if a woman says, let's be friends, because let's keep it 100, let's keep it 1,000, let's keep it 1,000,000. Most of the time, at least 80 to 90% of the time, the woman says, let's be friends. It's rarely the guy. The guy just goes with the flow. When you go with the flow of being friends with a woman, it's never going to get anywhere. And if you sit here and say, as a guy, as a man, I don't look at her like that, you shouldn't be her friend. Because you're supposed to be looking at her like that. Or move on. Because it's a waste of time. Back to the emotional standpoint. You're sitting here consoling her as a boy and a man, right? Y'all consoling these girls and these women, right? When they're going through something personal. But guess what? When you tell her what you're going through, you just lost your job. Your finances are decreasing. You know, you're going through a family issue. I'm going to tell you right now, vast majority of the time, they're not going to be there for you the way you're going to be there for them. They're not. They're not. They may console you for the time being because men and women, our emotions are different. See, men, our emotions are unconditional. Women emotions are conditional. Yes, I said it. Y'all, women, girls and women, y'all emotions are conditional. You only care about us for what kind of benefit that can get from you. Oh, and you will probably argue and say, no, that's not true. I really care. You really care, right? So if we became needy, clingy, and emotional because we express ourselves to you emotionally for whatever reason, whether, you know what I'm saying? Because we trust in you that you're going to console our emotions and what we're going through. Eventually, that's going to push you away. I almost guarantee 99% of the time, guys, men, when we express ourselves to a woman consistently, it's going to push her away. Listen, we can feel emotions, but just don't act out of emotions. Yes, remember what I said. As men, we can feel emotions, but don't act out of emotions. Which means don't get all emotional. Don't go all crazy. Don't start yelling. Don't start doing none of this. Even if you're going through something personal, remain emotionally stoic because as men, we're the true leaders. We are the real leaders. We got to remain emotionally stoic, calm, cool, collected, no matter what we're going through. Even if you express yourself, make sure you keep it calm, man. Boys, guys, keep it calm. And women, y'all are naturally emotional. Some girls, some women know how to control it, which means y'all know how to remain stoic too. As men, we will console you. But I'm going to tell you right now, we don't like all that emotions in our ear because it's draining. I get it. Your job, you may be going through something. Your personal life, your finances, you may have lost a family member. We get it. We here for you. We here for you. But we don't want you to drain your emotions in our ears so much because it's draining. And when you guys are friends with the opposite sex, men, women, boys, girls, that is what happens. Y'all know too much about each other. Nobody's setting any ground rules. Nobody's teaching anybody how to treat each other. Y'all not teaching each other how to treat each other. That's what I'm talking about. Now, some people may argue this. As I mentioned it earlier, some people may argue it and say, no, that's not true. I don't care if it's not true to you. I'm going to keep it 1 million. I don't care. As men, I'm talking about men, when we start working on ourselves and we start learning from our past mistakes that we made with girls and women, our mindset switches. We're not here to be your friend. We're not. Our commitment as a man is more valuable than your commitment as a woman. Because remember, women are conditional. Why do you think they go from one guy to another? Rarely women self-reflect on their past relationships like that. They rarely self-reflect. And accountability is a woman's and a girl's kryptonite. It's a kryptonite to y'all. Y'all don't own accountability. So guys, if a woman is single, a girl is single, that's a red flag. You want to know why? Because something happened in her past relationship or interaction or situationship that she had with that previous someone, right? But she's not going to tell you what she did. She's going to tell you, oh, what he did. He was mentally, physically, emotionally abusive, or whatever the case may have been. But she's really telling you what she's done. If not, she doesn't tell you at all. It's a red flag when a woman is single. I'm going to keep it 1 million with y'all. Is it a red flag when we're single? No. Because as a man, we are actually working on ourselves. Don't get it confused when I say men, boys, and guys. Boys and guys, they got work to do. Because in our 20s, it's our trial and error years. In our 30s, it's our grind years. That's when we start to self-reflect and realize, wait a minute, what did I do? See, as men, we own accountability. You know what I'm saying? We think back and be like, you know what? I allow myself to let her twist my words, to argue with me, to yell at me. You know, I did things her way. This whole partnership is BS. Oh, I want a guy where we do 50-50. Okay. You only want this 50-50 because that's what social media has told you. That's what this feminism has told you. That's what this stuff has told you, right? If we're going to be 50-50 with you, pay all the bills, do everything 50-50, right? Who's leading? Is it the woman or is it the man? Women are not natural leaders because remember, they're 90% emotional. They're not natural leaders because they make illogical decisions. Men, we are natural leaders. We may still got work to do, but we supposed to be leading. So who's leading that 50-50 partnership? We both are. Well, that's going to become a disaster because somebody's supposed to be the one and somebody's supposed to be the two. Realistically, the men's supposed to be the one, the women's supposed to be the two. If a woman says she wants to be friends with me or she wants partnership, I'm out. Goodbye. I'm out. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here for partnerships. I'm not here for 50-50. You know what's funny too? The guys that are in your friend zone, the guys that are in your inbox simping over you, girls and women, those are one of the guys you actually supposed to be with. Because a relationship's supposed to be boring. You supposed to be with the boring guy. See, back in the days, right? The traditional days when women were actually traditional, because nowadays in this modern era we live in, this technology era we live in, there's only 10% of traditional women, 90% modern mentality women. Here's the key. You're supposed to be with that boring guy, the guy that's boring, because back in the days, your father, when you had a father, when you were actually supposedly supposed to be close to them, he will pick out the boring guy. You know, the guy that's boring, the guy that's a nerd, the guy that's going to school, the guy that's on his purpose, the guy that's busy. You're supposed to be with that guy. That's the guy that's actually going to treat you right. But you want to know why you're not with those guys? Your friends, the one you put in a friend zone, the one that's in your inbox, the one that's commenting under your pictures, simping over y'all, putting y'all on a pedestal, because you don't desire them. See, y'all always go after the men that y'all desire, the ones that stimulate your emotions, the aloof guy. The guy that don't really give you attention. The guy that says, what you doing? What you doing tonight? That's the guys that y'all want. What you doing tonight? They get way more respect than the guy that actually earned respect. You see what I'm saying? And those guys that do that, that's in your friend zone, they make men like us, they make us look better. Because now, women want men that are different. See me, I'm not aloof, but I'm also not a simp either. I'm direct, I'm straightforward, and I'm honest. This is how we gotta be as men. We gotta let a woman know, if you want my commitment, you must earn it. Earn my commitment. You gotta work for my commitment. You gotta work for me. And what I mean by that is, you got to work for my time, my efforts, my energy, and my resources. I got to monitor all of that. Because I'm not going to give you my commitment for free. That's why we ask women. That's why we ask y'all girls. We say, hey, what can you bring to the table? Y'all response, I am the table. No, you're not the table. I don't care if you make over 6 figures. You're not the table. I don't care if you think you deserve. You're not the table. We are the table. We're the catch and we're the prize. I said it. We're the catch and we're the prize. We are. Because even as friends, y'all still want that male energy around y'all. We're both. Y'all got to play catch up. And I'm not being cocky. I'm not being an a-hole. I'm not being any of that. I'm keeping it 1 million with y'all. Our commitment matters because we give you a lifestyle that you've never had. That's what we try to do anyway. We try to give you a lifestyle you never had before. We want to rewire your brain, which means that we want to coach you and lead you, and we want to help you to unlearn and relearn. This is not about Disney movies. This is not about the Disney movies. That's not how it works. Let me tell y'all something. There's 5 love languages, right? There's words of affirmation, there's physical touch, there's quality time, there's acts of service, and there's gifts, right? Those are the 5 main love languages. Men and women, boys and girls, we have all 5. It just depends on what's the most important to the least, right? But I'm going to tell you what's the most important before all of those 5 love languages. For a woman, for a girl, y'all main love language is appreciation. Y'all just want to feel appreciated from us boys and men. That's a woman and a girl's main love language, appreciation. Yes, I know this. It's simple. A man, y'all want to know what our main love language is? As a man, respect. We just want to feel respected. We want to know that you respect us, that you look up to us, that you value us. That's our main love language as a man, respect. A girl's and a woman's main love language is appreciation. It's that simple. We got to learn to appreciate and respect the opposite sex. When you become friends, you don't do that. Oh, I do respect him. I do appreciate her. You got to be honest with yourself. If you really do think that, if you really do feel that, cool. That's your life with the opposite sex. That's your life. But you need to take the time to self-reflect and be like, you know what? Is this something that I really, really want? Because the opposite sex, we don't supposed to look at each other like that as friends. We don't. It's disrespectful to each other, and it's disrespectful to your relationship. When you are a man and you commit to this woman, you got to let her know. I don't want you to be friends with no opposite sex. Now, she may say that's controlling. Say, yes, it is controlling. It is demanding, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit here and no, because when you're in a relationship, it should be strictly about your significant other and yourself. See, you're in a relationship to elevate each other, to motivate each other, to grow and evolve. But you're also in a relationship to make sure you work on yourself. You got to love yourself first to be able to love and care about somebody else. That's how it goes. It starts with me first, then you. My purpose, wait a minute, myself, my purpose, and then everything else. And she's the third one. Women, it should be yourself, your man, and your purpose. That's how it should be. Real talk. It's supposed to be that way. But y'all don't realize how important this really is. And then as men, even though she's supposed to be friends with the same sex, her homegirls, you got to make sure her homegirls are lifting her up and inspiring her. Not doing this hot girl summer, not wanting attention from other men, because that's not the relationship you want to be in. You want to make sure she has the same sex friends, the same homegirls that are lifting and elevating her. All this notion of we supposed to argue and it's no. That's not how it's supposed to be. Relationships supposed to be plain, boring, like white bread. Shout out to Kevin Samuels for saying that. Relationships supposed to be boring, plain, like white bread. Not really saying it's supposed to be boring like that, but it's supposed to be boring. You see what I'm saying? I want the boring relationship. That's what I want. The boring relationship. You feel me? Oh, man. You guys are funny with this whole friendships. Y'all really are. Y'all funny with this. Men and women. We're friends. We're friends. We're friends. It's a waste of a time being friends with each other. I don't care what you say. It's a waste of time for both genders. Only be friends with the same sex. But see, y'all gonna look at this video. You're gonna get out of y'all emotions. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I don't believe that. And that's cool. You gotta look at the logic. I'm giving you logical, practical points about this one. You can have a fulfilling relationship with the same sex as friends. You can have a fulfilling relationship with the opposite sex of your choosing of who you want to be with. But make sure you look at her and him physically and sexually appealing and go after that one. That's what it's supposed to be like. So you don't have to waste each other's time. And that's real talk. It ain't that big of a deal. But see, y'all overcomplicate this friendship. Y'all overcomplicate these relationships. Y'all overcomplicate all of it. It ain't even that big of a deal. You teach the opposite sex how to treat you. You let a woman know as a man, this is what I expect from you. And if you don't do these things, I'm going to get rid of you. Never be afraid, guys, boys, men, to get rid of these women. If they're giving you headaches, get rid of them. We are simple. All we want is sex, silence, and a sandwich. The 3 S's. We'll console your emotions for the time being, but you got to realize something real logical and practical. We are trying to teach you how to be more logical, to make more logical choices. You see what I'm saying? Not to act out of your emotions. Women, you can feel emotions. Girls, you can feel emotions. But we're trying to teach you how to not act out of your emotions. That's all we're trying to teach you. We as men and boys, we just want cooperative respect. That's it. Women, y'all want appreciation and y'all want love. See, a lot of girls say, we want love, we want love. Okay. I'm going to tell you, men and women, they love each other differently. Men, we actually love y'all unconditionally. Women, y'all love us conditionally. What can I get out of this love? We are trying to teach you how to love us unconditionally because we know y'all are emotional. So y'all emotions are like the weather outside. It changes way too much. That's why we are afraid. Yeah, I said it, afraid to give you our commitment. Because one day you can love us, the next day you're just like, I'm bored. We want you to be bored. So you want to hop to the next one. Do you know in this matrix, I said it, this matrix, data, statistics, and facts, this is what they said. In the United States, men cheat 28% of the time. Women cheat 24% of the time. So when y'all say, all guys do is cheat, well, guess what? Women, girls, y'all right up there with us. Y'all right up there with us. And you know what? Y'all actually more than us. Because y'all actually emotionally cheat before y'all actually physically do it. Let me repeat that again. Girls and women actually emotionally cheat before they actually physically do it. See, us guys, we'll probably physically do it, but we're back. We're not gonna let that woman get us out of our emotions if we were to go that route. But y'all do it secretly. So stop it with this whole notion of men cheat more than women. No. If you don't cheat as a woman, that's cool. See, this is why a man is supposed to be a leader, because so many girls and guys, they're afraid to just be honest and say, hey, if you like somebody, because here's the thing. A woman and a girl, she's never truly single, y'all. She's never truly single. She's always talking to somebody, whether it's in a friendship, whether it's in a situationship, you know what I'm saying? And then she come across another dude that she actually likes. See, but they don't want to tell you, men and women. Y'all don't want to tell each other, I'm not ready to settle down yet. I'm not ready to be committed. So then y'all go and act like y'all want to be committed, and then the surprises come up later. That's not how it's supposed to be. You got to be honest. I'm afraid if I be too honest and let this guy or this girl know that I'm not ready to settle down yet, I'm not ready to commit, that they're going to leave. I respect accountability and I respect authenticity. Remember, I told y'all those are the two best attraction in life: accountability and authenticity. I'd rather you tell me as a woman, I'm not ready to commit to you yet. Cool. I'm not ready to commit to you either. So let's work towards that commitment then. Be honest. But I don't want to talk to a bunch of guys. Then don't talk to a bunch of guys. Because at the end of the day, it affects us both, men and women. It affects us both for the most part. Because as a man, we start putting that woman on a pedestal. We're talking to so many women. We start losing our purpose. We start losing our focus. And eventually, it'll go downhill from there. Women, y'all are emotional. So whatever stimulates your emotion, y'all will be over here, over there, over there. You're not going to be even into that actual man you're supposed to be talking to. That boy you're supposed to be talking to. You see what I'm saying? So it both affects men and women in different ways, but it's actually similar in the same ways. That's how crazy it is. You got to be upfront, straightforward, and direct with both opposite sex. So that way there's no surprises there's no surprises later on. That's all you got to do. It's not that big of a deal. And there's not a double standard. Some women be like, well, I'm gonna do the same thing the dude does. Okay, you do the same thing. See, it's another thing too. Guys and girls, boys and girls, men and women. Y'all always think the grass is greener on the other side, right? The grass is greener on the other side. But I'm gonna keep it 1 million. The grass ain't never greener on the other side. Because even if the person you're talking to, the opposite sex, if they're not doing what pleases you, you're supposed to be communicating that. Matter of fact, you're supposed to communicate that in the beginning. And if they're not meeting your expectations, then you're supposed to communicate that with them. Because communication is supposed to be effective. It's supposed to be valued, but it's not. There's too many options of social media, dating apps, too many options. That's why most people nowadays in this modern era, they 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the door. 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the door. Ain't nobody taking each other seriously. You see how crazy that is? Nobody's taking each other seriously. And that's the issue right there, because nobody's communicating how they feel. You got to be honest with each other, so y'all don't have to waste each other's time. Like this whole friendship notion, wasting each other's time. Don't be friends with the opposite sex. Look at the opposite sex as appealing. Honestly, what you're really supposed to be looking at is their intellectual, how they think, men and women. Can y'all go down a rabbit hole together? Can y'all think outside of the box? Can y'all talk about reptilians, aliens, and demons? Can y'all talk about the deeper of this matrix we live in? That's what y'all really supposed to be talking about. This whole notion of, I want to get to know you. I want to get to know you. This earth is based off energy, frequency, and vibration. Don't get to know them initially. Get to know their energy. Make sure their energy is consistent. Because anybody puts on a persona, they can put on a mask of themselves. Oh, that's why I thought I knew this guy. I thought I knew this girl. And it turns out it was a mask. It was a persona. Get to know their energy, because you're going to get to know them throughout the duration of your interaction or your relationship. What's your favorite color? What do you like to do for fun? What do you do for work? Surface level. Ask the hard questions in the beginning. What happened to you when you were 5 years old? What happened to you at 5 years old? Are you close to your father as a woman? Ask her. As a girl, ask her. Are you close to your biological father? Not the stepfather, the biological. Because if she's not close to her biological father, that means that's how she's going to treat you, whether it's good or bad. You got to keep that in mind, boys. Got to keep that in mind, man. Same thing, girls. Women, ask that guy. What happened to you at 5 years old? Are you close to your biological mother? Biological, key word. Because if he's not close, that's how he's going to treat you. You see what I'm saying? Ask the hard questions in the beginning. Easy questions for later. Get the hard out of the way. Because if they stay, right? If they stay, let's say, because remember, everybody in this world is imperfect. Everybody. So a lot of people walking around with trauma, childhood wounds, teenage wounds. Like people got to walk around. They're walking around wanting to heal themselves, but they have not. That's why you ask a hard question first, because that's going to determine if you want to continue with that someone or let them go. It's always good to watch someone grow, and evolve. I remember when you were like this, now you're like this. Now we're both elevating and growing together. But if y'all are not growing together and y'all growing separately, it may be time to let them go. That whole soulmates, twin flames, that's a big deal too. You got to figure that out. I'm not going to get all into that because that requires another deeper video. But I shared a lot, 40 minutes of this conversation. But I was trying to make up for the video that I did before, how I don't believe men and women can truly be friends. This is a deeper video I was talking about. Y'all can get it. Y'all can act out of y'all emotions if y'all want. I'm going to tell you, me, Unique Mind, I won't ever, Chris Tucker back in Friday, ever, won't ever be friends with a woman. Ever. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to console you like that. I like you, but I don't like you like that. You see what I'm saying? We like you as men, but we don't like you like your girlfriends. This is why you should only be friends with the same sex, because we don't like you girlfriend. We don't like you like your girlfriends. We don't. And if a guy argue this, a man argue this, he is lying to you. He just trying to get on your good side. Like he thinks that's going to work. Oh man, he's lying. That's not, no. Be honest with yourselves, men and women, girls and boys. Be honest. Self-reflect and be honest and be like, you know what? He's right. It is a waste of time being friends with the opposite sex. But y'all still going to do it. And that's cool. See, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Y'all can do it. But I'm just sharing my truth, my experience, my take on why men and women don't supposed to be friends. It's just a waste of time and it's disrespectful to each other. And if you're in a relationship and they're friends with the opposite sex, it's disrespectful to your significant other. I don't care what nobody say. It's disrespectful. Period. That's it and that's all. And don't let your boyfriend or your husband tell you otherwise. He's looking at your mom. He's looking at your friends. He's looking at your sister, especially if she's over 18. Of course, he's looking at her like that. But don't let him lie to you. He's looking. He has a thought in his head. We look. We may not act on it, but we look. Women, y'all do the same thing. Y'all may be like, man, his brother is attractive. His friend is attractive. His dad, his uncle. Y'all may not act on it, but y'all think the same thing. That's why you should not ever be friends with the opposite sex, because it's a waste of time. Period, point blank. I gotta go, y'all. It's your boy Unique Mind. Comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell on the side and click all. Gone.